Hello and welcome. My name is Peggy with Hormone Therapy Hub. And today I'm going to be unboxing my Joi Women's Wellness HRT, my hormone replacement therapy. A couple weeks ago, I made the decision that I wanted to totally revamp my HRT therapy. And so I reached out to a company called Joi, Joi Women's Wellness. And the first step was to choose a particular blood test that I wanted to take. They do require that you take the blood test in advance. They have three different levels of blood tests you can choose from. I chose the medium test, which is the full hormone panel plus metabolic. And so as soon as I paid for that, put it in my cart. You can even use the coupon code Bronson to get 10% off your first set of labs. I paid for my labs and then they sent me the orders so that I had what I needed to take with me to the LabCorp. And so I've got a LabCorp just down the street. So I went to my local LabCorp. You don't have to make an appointment. You can just show up. And so within a week of having my blood drawn, I actually had the results in my email box. And then they also sent those same blood results to the people at Joi. Once they received the blood results, then what they did is they sent me a link so that I could go online and schedule my first initial appointment. So within 3 days, I was able to get the appointment really quick. So within 3 days, I was actually scheduled to meet with Dr. Brook, and she was lovely. And she and I spent a full 30 minutes together. And from what I understand, they always allow 30 minutes for their appointments, which if you've ever met with a doctor, you know, sometimes you're lucky to get 5 to 8 minutes. So to get full 30 minutes was really quite spectacular. So my products finally came, and so I'm going to share with you exactly what Brook prescribed for me on my HRT. So you can see here, I got a bag full of products from a pharmacy called Empower Pharmacy, and that is a compounding pharmacy, and so that is a partner of Joi Women's Wellness. And so should you choose to do business with Joi, you may find that your products come from that compounding pharmacy. Compounding pharmacies are boutique pharmacies. I like to think of them as, and that's because they make the products specifically for you. So whatever prescriptions Dr. Brook prescribed to me, they made those prescriptions specifically for me. So if it's a ratio of so much estrogen or so much progesterone, they did it exactly the way that Brook wanted. So they're specifically made and customized and dosing that's super appropriate for just me. So as I look at the products, first thing in the bag is a bunch of paper, which I'm assuming are disclaimers, which I will never look at. So the first product in here is my progesterone cream. And in reading the directions, the progesterone cream should be taken 1 time per day. So you pull the lid off and you turn this little bottom piece twice. It'll click twice. It'll disperse the cream. And then you rub the cream on the inside of your arms and you do that 1 time per day. My plan is to do this in the evening because progesterone is a relaxing hormone. And so that will help with sleep. At least I think it does. And so that'll be one that I take definitely at night. The other product they sent to me, and I am also super excited about this one, is I have several boxes of estrogen patches. And these estrogen patches, there are 8 per box, and I change out the patch twice per week. So I'm going to do it on Tuesday and Friday. And what happens is they're just basically little stickers, and you pull the backs off the little sticker, and then you just put it somewhere on your torso. You just want it to be in a place where your waistband of your pants or your jeans or whatever don't get in the way and obviously cause the patch to fall off. But I am super excited about this because it's a continuous dose of estrogen versus what I've taken in the past is just either 1 time per day or twice per day. And so I'm really anxious to see if I notice a difference with the estrogen being a continuous dose. And then the third of the 3 products is a testosterone injection. And so with this one, what they did is they sent me several bags of syringes. These are basically insulin syringes, so super tiny, teeny tiny little needle, and a couple packages of alcohol prepared wipes so I could prepare the area where I'm going to do my injection. And then the final piece is the testosterone vial. And this is one of those vials, you just turn it upside down, you poke the needle inside of it. Obviously, you pull out the amount of liquid that you're supposed to have. In my case, mine is a 20. And then once I put my dosage inside the syringe, then I can give myself a shot. And I made the decision today. I just did my shot in my stomach. It was just as easy to kind of grab a little bit of skin, jam it in, and then do the syringe. And yes, I noticed the poke, but it was really no big deal. So as Dr. Brook and I were talking that day, and we kind of finished our conversation around hormone replacement therapy, what I wanted to try, which plan. So they've got three different plans. They've got a plan where it can be basically an a la carte, and then they've got a plan that is like if you're on just maybe one, maybe two hormones, and then the kind of all inclusive is I think 189 per month. Yeah, that's it. Because it was almost $600 for 3 months worth. So it's 189 per month. That includes all your medications and it includes any future testing. So at some point, I'm sure they'll reach out to me to say, hey, let's do some follow-up testing and let's just see where your hormone levels are compared to where they were when I did my first hormone test before I started. So as Brooke and I were finishing up the HRT conversation, I made the comment to her that I had quit drinking. I actually had my last drink on Christmas Day and wanted to do dry January, just started a little sooner and just haven't picked up a drink since then. But because of that, I am experiencing a huge sweet tooth. And so I've gained a little bit of weight and am a little frustrated around that. And so when I mentioned that to her, she suggested that we try semaglutide. So semaglutide is an injection. So much like the testosterone, it comes in a vial and you give it to yourself as an injection. And semaglutide is actually what Ozempic is made out of. So semaglutide is just the compounded generic version. It's not the brand name of Ozempic, so it might be a little bit different, but Ozempic is pretty much made out of a semaglutide. So it's the same similar type product. And then it is a situation where I start out giving myself, I think it's 10 the first 3 weeks, and then I go up to 15, and then I go up to 20. But there's enough in these two vials to get me through 4 months. And so what I have noticed with this is that I am much less hungry. I do not think about food as often, and I get full super quick. So I'm super excited about the results I've gotten so far. And I really think the combination of my hormone replacement therapy and the semaglutide together are going to be the cat's meow or the holy grail, whatever you want to call it, of weight loss for me in my 50s as I'm going through menopause, because the hormone replacement therapy will help me level off my hormones and just get to a place where I can just feel really good. And then the semaglutide can help me with my appetite, get those last 10, 15 pounds off to where I can just get in a really good place and then I can just sail on with the rest of my life. So I'm super excited about trying both of these at the same time. I actually watched a YouTube video a couple weeks ago of a doctor who's prescribing both of these at the same time. And obviously Joi is doing the same thing. And so I am super excited to test this out and share with all of you how this is working for me. So stay tuned. I'll do future reviews and let you know how my experience goes and how much weight I lose. So thank you.